Chapter 12, It's a Wonderful Life, Financial Freedom in 5 Years. If you're like me, Christmas is not Christmas time until you've watched It's a Wonderful Life. The 1946 classic is about George Bailey, a salt-of-the-earth kind of guy with big dreams, but an even greater sense of justice and devotion. It seemed George's purpose in life was to rescue his friends, family, and neighbors. He saved his little brother from drowning, his dad's business from collapsing, his childhood boss from prison, and his entire town of Bedford Falls from becoming victim of Old Man Potter's greedy schemes. He had plans to travel the world and make his mark, and yet George found himself stuck in Bedford Falls, running the family business after his father passed away. His brother, a decorated war hero. His best friend, an ultra-wealthy jet setter. And then there was George, hometown dud, in his eyes anyway, after all his greatest dreams were thwarted by his own good deeds. But he did manage to fall in love with Mary despite his cynicism. Together, they built a life with their 4 children. He had his entire path all mapped out, and he wanted to give Mary anything she wished for too. If she wanted the moon, he'd lasso it for her. I dreamed of finding a girl worth lassoing the moon for, and one day I met her. I knew almost from the beginning that Colleen was the woman I wanted to spend the rest of my life with. I also knew that I would do everything in my power to give her whatever she wanted. One of my favorite parts of falling in love was the hours that we spent dreaming about the life that we wished to create. One of our priorities from the start was to provide our children with a world-class education, not through textbooks, but through seeing and experiencing the world firsthand. My financial freedom blueprint paved the way for that and so much more. To date, our family has visited 40 different countries. We hired a professor from a prestigious university to be our children's private educator. We have 2 other dedicated private educators and multiple other subject matter experts that we bring in to teach and educate our children. I've taken each of my 4 children on solo trips just with me. We've built beautiful memories visiting incredible places and some of the most pristine nature destinations. My oldest daughter and I even hiked the Incan Trail, and we saw the beauty of Machu Picchu together. Glenn and I took our children to Kenya on a service mission to help build an orphanage, provide a way for the villagers to get electricity, to create clean water solutions. I want my kids to live their life fully aware of how different their reality is from most other people. They live a privileged existence that the majority of the world could never fathom. And no matter your net worth, I can say the same thing about your kids if you live in the United States of America. To experience the beauty, emotion, and fragility of this life side by side with my children, I can't put a price tag on that. I'm thankful for the memories that my lifestyle has enabled me to create. I also remain in a profound state of gratitude knowing that I don't have to think about my bank account. If my kids need something and I believe it's good for them, I buy it. If someone needs my time and I feel called to give it, I provide it. If a solution necessitates money and I feel inspired, I just need to know where to send it. I know that I have it all, and I never want to lose sight of that as George Bailey did. I don't want an angel second class named Clarence Oddbody to have to come down from heaven to remind me how wonderful my life is. I want to live in a way that proves I already understand. It took me years to design the roadmap in this book. I didn't have any shortcuts, and the path of having it all was not laid out easily before me. Fortunately, you now have this path. I had to make hard choices every day, and those choices are what brings us together right now. You are reading this because, number 1, I chose not to fit a square peg, meaning society's game plan, in a round hole, my life. Instead, I determined to find a better way to take control of my financial destiny. Number 2, I chose to pour my savings not into my wife's 401k, but into an intelligent life insurance bank account that we controlled. Number 3, I chose to invest money into property and build a real estate empire. Number 4, I chose to find a way to use the power of market risk to my advantage. Number 5, I chose to start my own businesses, thriving businesses requiring in the end little time, but retaining rewarding profit margins. Number 6, I chose to leverage my prior success to access other people's resources and form mutually beneficial strategic partnerships. And number 7, I chose to be a lifelong student, to remain willing to invest in myself, be teachable, and stay hungry for the next lesson from my mentors. I fueled my biggest dreams to produce even more incredible rewards by unleashing the full power of my 5 steps to financial freedom. I've now chosen to share that roadmap because everyone deserves the chance to have it all. So now it's the moment of truth. Do you believe that you are destined to follow the traditional wealth path? Go to college, get a job, clock in and out, buy a house, pay it off, stash cash in a 401k, retire, and then greatly diminish your lifestyle so you don't run out of money before you die? That is the path most of your friends are on right now. But now you have a roadmap to true financial freedom. So what are you going to do with it? When you start utilizing single-digit ROIs with a life insurance savings account, you will undoubtedly be better off than you would have been. When you unleash the power of double-digit ROIs in real estate, you'll be able to retire with enough wealth to feel unrestricted a decade or more down the road. When you master the triple-digit ROIs possible with asymmetric risk investing, you will achieve your wealth accumulation goals in years rather than decades. When you unlock the master sequence and discover the power of quadruple-digit ROIs, you truncate that timeline even more, from years to possibly months. When you step into infinite ROIs, there are truly no more limits. It's no longer a question of if or how, but how fast. When you add on to all of this the ultimate ROIs that you can experience through the power of proximity and mentoring, there will be no stopping you. And if you focused on living a selfless life through it all, you now have the means to change the lives of countless others and make the kind of impact others only ever dream of making. All of the resources the wealthy use to get wealthier, you've got them. So now I'm going to tell you something that I wanted to say from page 1, but I needed to earn your trust first. If you follow the plan to initiate this formula, true financial freedom can be completely available to you in less than 5 years. It's not luck. It's math. ROI is the magical equation that allows you to compare opportunities and make the absolute best financial choices. It goes back to the flywheel principle. The more strategies from this book that you consistently implement, the more rapidly you will experience a financial breakthrough. And before long, you'll be shattering your previous financial ceilings and racing towards new heights you never thought possible. Is it really possible in 5 years or less? Absolutely. You want the moon? It's yours to lasso. Just follow the roadmap. Step 1, set up your reserve. Set up your financial reserve through a life insurance bank account. It's free, and more importantly, it's an intelligent way to fuel up your investments. Visit kriskrohn.com/cashflow for a free consultation. Number 2, learn how to buy real estate. To get started in the real estate game, visit kriskrohn.com/invest to request a private call with one of my specialists. They will review your current financial situation and explore the possibilities for creating a passive income through real estate investing. Step 3, explore the advantages of asymmetric risk. To take advantage of my research on emerging industries and exciting high ROI companies, contact us at kriskrohn.com/stocks. You can discover how to leverage risk in the stock market to experience triple-digit ROIs. Step 4, discover a thriving business. If you're interested in starting a thriving business or side hustle, go to kriskrohn.com/thrive. One of my team will explore active income options to help you transition from your current job. And if you love your career, you can discuss ways to supplement your income. Step 5, develop partnerships that unlock infinite ROI. Once you start following the financial freedom roadmap, believe me when I say that it won't be hard to find people who want to partner with you. Your momentum will be contagious. Go to kriskrohn.com/mavericks to download a free copy of a resource that I created to guide you through the process of developing a team of investment partners based on my track record rather than building your own. Step 6, gain proximity to experts. If you're interested in gaining proximity with me, go to kriskrohn.com/experience to unlock a special have-it-all discount on my next live event. And finally, step 7, never stop learning. If you've enjoyed this book, you may also enjoy my other books, including The Conscious Creator, Limitless, and The Straight Path to Real Estate Wealth. Learn more by visiting kriskrohn.com. You can go to my YouTube channel, my podcast, Have It All, or frankly, I'm found on all other social media. George Bailey felt as though life dealt him a lousy hand. He was stuck in a drafty old house with a broken banister, trapped in the family business, and saw no way to escape his sleepy little town. And yet, even though none of these facts ever changed, George went from wanting to end his own life to overflowing with gratitude by the film's conclusion. He accomplished this by undergoing one thing. George Bailey went from miserable to grateful because of one simple perspective shift. If you try hard enough to be miserable, you can always find more broken banisters and less joy. George was wallowing in self-pity. He was about to be destroyed by one of Old Man Potter's schemes, and he was ready to end his life to escape the torment of it all. That is, until his quirky but caring angel Clarence showed George how his friends and family would have been negatively affected without him. George Bailey had it all, but he didn't know it until he almost gave it all away. At the end of It's a Wonderful Life, Clarence, who finally got his wings, told his new friend George Bailey that no man is a failure who has friends. George was the richest man in town, not because of material wealth. It was because of the wealth in his heart that he had accumulated by helping others. I invite you to see how wonderful life is in this present moment. Before you add one more dollar to your bottom line, you are already blessed beyond measure. Take that attitude with you as you follow my blueprint, and I can almost guarantee the fulfillment you seek. God made you for a particular purpose that is unique to you alone. And while I may not know you personally, I believe that your desire to live an extraordinary life is just as important as my desire for the same. My prayer is that this book gives you the insights that you need to guide you on the path to living a wonderful life and having it all. Best wishes to you, my friend, Kris Krohn.